Welcome to Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon.
It's shake and bake time.
Greetings, Earthlings and locally hated tequila thieves. This is Last Night's Coffee, episode 217. I'm Chuck. That's Jon. I ate some bacon and I burped.
Yeehaw, dude. Bacon. It's one of the best meals ever. It is a meal in and of itself. I think you can eat just bacon.
What's his name? No Reservations guy.
Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain. He said that's the gateway meat.
Really?
Yes, if you got vegetarians around, just start cooking some bacon. You can convert them.
Dude, it smells so good. It smells so good. There's nothing like walking into the house and like remembering that you cooked bacon that morning. And you know what I mean? You just get that huge aroma. Oh,
that's one of my favorite parts about going to the campground.
Oh, really? There's bacon
Yes,
everywhere.
you walk outside your tent, you're like,
the smell of bacon everywhere.
Just
dude.
Bacon is just in the air. Bacon is in the air. That's the title for this week's show. Bacon is in the air.
Yeah,
you know, bacon's a fall food. I mean, bacon's an anytime food, really, but
yeah,
the air seems to hang different in the fall.
it's
and
a little denser.
And it lends itself to bacon and hanging air.
So funny.
Dude, we raced this weekend. We finished second.
Yeah, huge deal, man. Huge deal. Congratulations to Charlie. Best finish of the year, best finish of his career.
Yep.
Wow.
Had a lot of people coming up to him after the race, talking to him, telling him good job.
Yeah. So he did so it was like a fair and square. Like he didn't, you know what I mean? He raced his way to that second place.
He had to fight for it. You can go to Jennifer's Dirt Life on Facebook and watch the race. We'll probably share it on his Facebook page here later today, but there was some controversy. Guy got arrested. Not anything to do with us really, but saw a guy get arrested. That was interesting. Jeez
Louise, this is all at Sonoya, right?
Yeah.
Man, so I'm pretty sure that's like the fifth time you've talked about the cops having to get called out there.
Oh, it's just, well, they stay there.
Oh, really? They stay there? They're ready?
Yeah, they're there.
For all 100 people that show up, they know, of the couple hundred people that show up, they know someone in there is going to be causing trouble.
Yeah.
That's so funny, man. That's great. That's great. But Charlie, man, so he had a good outing. Raced his way to second place. Great job, Charlie. Huge deal, man. Huge deal. Congratulations. Now, as the team foreman, what do you call yourself? Crew chief? How do you feel about the performance? What are you thinking about the car? Like, what's the rundown here?
Car's in a good. Car's handling decent right now. He got hit hard enough to knock the toe out.
Okay.
So he had to drive it. So when it did it knocked the Deckham power steering rack loose.
Oh, geez.
So he's got about this much, about 6 or 7 inches of slop in the steering, and still drove it like that.
Oh, wow.
So we got to get in there and figure out, see if we got to get a rack or what we got to do on that.
Yeah.
Getting to the end of the season, got 3 races left, potentially going and looking at a car today.
Right. That's big news, man. That's big news.
Yeah, so I may be hopping in the truck and going to Jacksonville. I don't know.
That's so crazy, man. That's so crazy. I guess you'll find out more, but there is a potential car available for
There's a potential car that's in our price range.
Yeah, for the next class that you're looking to go to.
Yeah. And it could be a big thing.
And is it complete now? Is this just the car, or is this drivetrain as well?
Needs an engine. Transmission is in it. rear ends in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, man. That's a big deal.
So,
well, we'll pray on that, man. We'll be praying for that to come
we
in.
need to.
Yeah, we'll be praying that car
What'd you do this weekend?
Oh man, I didn't do much. You know, there's been a bit of a spiritual awakening going on at my house. So I had the whole family involved in worship this weekend for the church, which was really cool. So we really just spent most of the weekend practicing, getting ready for that. Yeah, that was about it. We've been spending most of our Sundays at almost the whole day at church because we've been going in the morning and the evening. So yeah, that's basically was our weekend, dude. That was our weekend.
Well, that's good, man.
Yeah,
you need that.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I know I've heard a number of people talking about revival taking place across the country. You know, different things like that. I've heard that from several sources, and I can't comment on that, but that I feel like there's revival going on in my house. I can tell you that much. And so, and I think you brought up a real good point that, that's where it starts. So, yeah, that's what I've got going on, dude.
Yeah. It's got to start somewhere. Might as well start in your house. That's your kind of your own personal church.
Yeah. Yeah. Your number one ministry as a man, especially, is to your family, to your wife and your children.
Yeah.
So can't forget that.
Looks like if we want to talk about some football, the Georgia Bulldogs might have won a football game this weekend against Kentucky.
Yeah, man, I'd say they did. I didn't get to watch the game. I did have to fix a dryer first thing when I woke up Saturday morning. So, well, it wasn't when I woke up Saturday afternoon. So,
oh, y'all replaced y'all's washing machine, not your dryer.
Yeah, not too long ago we replaced the washing machine.
Yeah, might as well just go ahead and replace that dryer too instead of fixing it 4 times. And then getting mad and buying a new one.
Well, I've already put like the belt and pulleys on it, and now I put a heating element in it. I mean, I probably would not put a motor on it if that ever goes bad. So,
yeah,
I got to draw the line somewhere. But I know that dryer pretty well. Like I can get that thing apart in pretty much no time at this point. So,
and it's probably not the most economical thing to do, but I'm just buying a dryer.
I mean, look, I get it.
Get my 4 or 5 years out of it and send it on down the road.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. We got that dryer when we moved in here to this house. Yeah, so that was in 2019. So it's like 6 years. It's pushing that limit.
Oh, dude, it's made it. Look. You take what's the dryer cost? $400.
Yeah, roughly.
All right, so that's if it lasts 4 years, that was $100 a year to use it.
Yeah.
What's your labor rate when you work on a car?
You're right.
Rough estimate.
You're right. Well, I mean, for me, if I don't know you, I'm going to charge you at least $65 an hour, probably closer to $75 an hour.
Okay.
Right now.
So that's $65 an hour you're losing working on that thing when you could be working on a car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? You spend all day working on that thing. You could have went and got a new one and made that money working on a car.
Well, I did. Let's see. I spent probably an hour working on that thing.
Okay.
And spent about, I don't know, $40, I think, on the heating element itself. So,
okay. Well, the good thing about a dryer is it's not as big a requirement as the washing machine.
No. Especially not lately, dude. There's barely been any rain. I mean, goodness.
So it's convenient. You can take and hang your clothes out on the solar powered dryer.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah. But anyway,
thank you, Jesus, for giving us that solar power dryer.
Georgia won. Look. Here's what I want to know: where was this fire from Kirby last week when they were playing Alabama? I mean, Kirby was on the sidelines. He was mad.
Yeah.
He was mad at the mistakes they were making. How come he wasn't mad at the mistakes they were making against Alabama? I will never understand that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he saw something in the kids that we didn't. You know what I mean? One thing about a coach is you have to know when to be hard, when to be soft, when to give grace, when to be, you know what I mean, when to be stern. And so maybe he saw something in the boys that we couldn't see, or in the locker room. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't know.
But I agree with you. Where was that fire? Where was that tenacity last week? Right?
You know, that Kirby, that's why we liked Kirby when he come to Georgia. He had that fire. He had that dog in him.
He had that holdback guy.
Yeah, he needed a holdback. The Alabama guy, the holdback guy, the get back coach, he could have took the game off.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have to do nothing there. he could have sit there and drink water all night. He didn't have to do anything. Get back coach was not needed for Alabama.
Yeah, he was more of a water boy for Kirby. At the Alabama game. Yeah, which is crazy. But speaking of Alabama, they did win, and that was the college game day game of the week.
Yeah.
And so that was my team, Alabama.
So that puts you 5-2.
5-2.
Now it's still a long season.
Still a long season, brother. Yeah.
And next week's, did you watch any of game day? Did you get to see any of it?
No, I think I caught a couple of clips online.
Theo was a guest picker.
Yeah.
And he picked Vandy. He said, "They were my ride home, man." Gotta pick him.
He's so funny, dude.
But
he's so funny.
But man,
you
Vandy,
gotta check out that him when he goes on Mike Rowe, man. You gotta listen to him.
I need to.
I think it's I forget what the name of Mike Rowe's podcast is. The Way I Heard It, or something like that.
It's supposed to be an kind of a throwback to the rest of the story. With with Paul Harvey.
It's really, really good, man. When Theo's on there, they talk about Civil War reenactments.
Oh, jeez.
And he's talking about how his dad used to take him to him when he was a kid, you know, and and Mike was like, "So who did you root for?" He's like, "Well,"
which is funny because ain't his dad Argentinian or something like that?
Yeah, Nicaraguan.
Nicaraguan. I don't think they fought in the Civil War.
No. Although his dad wasn't born too long after. His dad was born in like 1910 or something crazy like that.
True. They were still thinking about
it. Yeah.
I mean, you think about, so in 1912, they opened the Lincoln Highway.
Whoa.
Which was the first cross-country highway.
Yeah.
And it was named in honor of Lincoln.
Right, for uniting the states.
You know, they were still naming stuff after Lincoln in 1912.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, man.
They hadn't at that point. They had no new heroes.
Right. Let's get back on the football, though. What are we looking at for next week? Do we know where the college game day game is next week? All right. You're home next week, right?
No, I'm away.
You're away.
No, wait. I'm home.
You're home. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And now what's the game next week?
College game day will be heading to Eugene, Oregon.
Okay.
For a top 10 battle between the number 2 Oregon Ducks and the number 9 Indiana Hoosiers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Both teams will enter week 7's game with identical records.
Yeah. They're both undefeated right now?
Yep. 5-0 overall, 2-0 in the Big Ten.
Wow.
That's going to be a game.
That is going to be a game. Awesome. I love it, dude. I love it. It does probably favor you. Oregon looks pretty decent, but I've not watched any sort of Indiana football, so I wouldn't really know. But
Oregon's probably going to play in a national championship this year.
You think so? You were calling Ohio State at the beginning of the year. We both called Ohio State dogs at the beginning of the year. Are we changing our predictions?
The dogs ain't playing like they're going to make it. I ain't taking Ohio State out yet, but I don't know if the dogs going to make it. We're going to be lucky if the dogs play in the SEC championship.
I mean, dude. You're right. Well, that's going to be a good one, dude. We got a good game ahead of us to continue our bet. Just to refresh our listeners' memories, whoever loses this season-long bet will have to shave their beard and leave only a mustache.
Yes.
And let me just tell you, I hope it's Chucker because my stash looks terrible.
There's power in stash, John.
There will be whoever the loser is has to have the stash on for the podcast on that Monday, at least, and so that it gets online for eternity.
That's right.
Yeah. And that'll be it. But we do have some more kind of random news in the football world, Chucker. Did you hear about this Mark Sanchez dude? Are you familiar with Mark Sanchez at all? Do you remember him at USC?
No, I don't know Mark Sanchez from Adam's House Cat.
Okay. So this guy was a huge deal in college, which happens a lot of times. There are really, really good college quarterbacks. He got drafted pretty high to the Jets and had a terrible professional career. I mean, god awful. He played on, I think, 6 different teams before he just called it quits. He only ever started for the Jets, I think. Really,
so we're talking like a Flutie situation.
Kind of, yeah, similar. I mean, this dude, he just sucked. Like, the butt fumble is what he's known for, and that's made the worst NFL plays of all time. It's made the top 5 and the worst NFL plays of all time. On every time they'd make that list. It's such a bad play.
I feel like we watched that video not too long ago.
The butt fumble. It's really funny, dude. A player of his own team, he runs into the butt of a player on his own team and fumbles the ball.
That's right.
Sanchez has the ball and he starts scrambling and just gets hit with the butt of a teammate and fumbles. It's hilarious. It's a terrible play. This guy was not good, but he's entered the CBS broadcasting world now. And he was supposed to be broadcasting the Colts game this past weekend, but seemed to have ran into some kind of altercation with an elderly gentleman at that.
Started coming out that he had been involved in some violence and was in had knife wounds or stabbed or something and was in the hospital.
Right. That was the initial report, right? That he had stab wounds or something like that.
Yeah, and it was in Chicago. So it kind of made it sound like it might have just been some Chicago violence going on.
I thought it was in Indianapolis.
No, he hadn't made it to Indy yet.
Oh, okay.
It was in Chicago. But then, no, wait. It was Indianapolis. I don't know why Chicago come up. But it was in Indianapolis.
Okay.
Well, then you get an update that he had been, while in the hospital, arrested, and he was the freaking instigator in the situation.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. Like, I've heard, I tried to do a little bit of digging, and there's multiple kind of different reports out there. One that I read that kind of, I don't know, it seems crazy, but like this elderly gentleman was in a truck or had parked his truck in an alleyway, and Sanchez wanted him to move it. Sanchez apparently jumped in the truck and tried to move it himself. The dude pepper sprayed Sanchez.
Dude, pepper sprayed and get stabbed?
And then, so after getting pepper sprayed, Sanchez comes back and tries to instigate more.
Look, you don't fight with a knife unless you know how to fight with a knife.
I think the old man busted out the knife, stabbed Sanchez a couple of times, and Sanchez takes it from him and starts assaulting back.
Jeez.
But apparently this dude was like 69 years old, right? And one of the reports I saw like a kind of a blurred out photo because they didn't want to show his face very much.
Yeah.
He got a stab wound in his cheek and it punctured into his tongue. The 69-year-old man that you know what I mean, that's filing these charges, I guess, against Sanchez. So it's like they both wound up with stab wounds. I don't know, dude. I don't know. But the fact that he's not arrested and Sanchez is arrested, I would think they have some sort of video or something like that. You know what I mean?
There was a press conference today at 11, so probably happening, or it hadn't loaded up yet.
Missed it, yeah.
And there's surveillance film too from the
Okay.
hotel.
I figured
So-
there was going to be something along those
Yeah.
lines. If they had arrested one party and not the other, that's kind of a telling story right there in and of
Right.
itself.
Right.
Um,
Now, do you think it's the dude? You think the dude had concussions and this is like CTE? So he's just a butthead.
well, I don't know him personally, so I couldn't really tell you. But I mean, if I try to be the kind of jerk that assumes, like this is a hot shot, you know what I mean? College.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
quarterback.
Like, is he a hot shot or is he CTE?
Like, yeah, I don't know. Was he trying to play, a pissing contest?
Do you know
with
who
this
I
old
am?
man? Yeah. Was it that type of deal? I don't know, dude. That's so hard to determine. I mean, he certainly suffered a number of concussions in his day. He did not get very good protection over there.
I
any
am
place.
the Mark Sanchez.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I also don't want to start chalking everything up to CTE either, right?
Oh,
Like,
it's all CTE. From now on.
Right. I think that's like this dangerous ground, this slippery slope that we're on, where it's like if a football player or a boxer or anybody who does like full contact sports like that, if they commit some sort of violent crime, God forbid, I don't want the immediate knee jerk reaction to be CTE. Like,
Right.
I don't think that's fair to the people who actually suffer from CTE because it doesn't seem to be uniform and across the board. It seems like some people have a tendency to have more damage in their brain for some reason. Not real sure on that, but
Well, different people handle stuff different.
exactly.
Like what might break your arm won't break my arm. Like,
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, it's just things like that. You never know.
Yeah, never
But
know.
you also, a lot of it has to do. It's not necessarily the concussion; it's how you recover from the concussion.
That's true. And it's. I mean, a lot of the CTE stuff, it's been proven, is not even necessarily from concussions. It's just from repetitive blows to the head, like just jostling your head around, just shaking your brain around in there is enough. So, I mean, I think they proved not that long ago that it was like people on wave runners, on Sea-Doos and stuff like that. The competitive wave runner people, like they suffer from CTE. They have some of the worst CTE out of anybody because it's just
That's crazy.
Yeah. So kind of a wild thing that we're still trying to figure out. The science community is still trying to figure out anyways, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. As far as Sanchez as a person, who knows, man? Maybe it was one of those pissing contests. Maybe it was, maybe he did just have a freak out from CTE. Who knows, dude?
Yeah.
I guess more will be revealed.
Yeah, it'll come out, and we probably won't cover it.
I don't know. It depends on how crazy that hotel footage is going to come out eventually.
Dude, that might have to be next week's reaction video.
That's going to come out eventually, and if that gets wild, we could potentially cover that on the show.
Yeah. Now, you got Jane Woodall on the note. Goodall.
Jane Goodall. Yeah. You remember Jane Goodall, don't you?
She's a monkey lady.
She's the monkey lady. Now, did you hear about her? She was in the news this past week.
I saw that she was in the news, but I didn't ever follow it up because I was never a fan.
Yeah. She certainly had a different approach to her methods, and a lot of people weren't exactly fans of hers. But this is kind of. I found it funny. She had a speaking engagement arranged for this weekend, and so there was like an auditorium full of.
She's still alive?
Well, there was an auditorium full of school-age children who were all awaiting her arrival, and they just kept sitting there waiting. Turns out she died on them and never made it to the speaking engagement.
Oh, jeez.
And so this auditorium full of kids just waiting for Jane never got that appearance.
Wow.
Yeah, so Jane
Bummer.
Goodall has left the earth. She is now dead. But I just, I don't know. For some reason, I found it kind of funny.
She's married
Was she
3 times.
to a chimp?
You remember Willie B at Atlanta
Yeah.
Zoo? She was not married to him.
Oh, okay.
She was married to some dude from 75 to 80. Wait a minute. Yeah, and some other dude from 64 to 74. So she didn't like being married, evidently.
Oh,
She was a primatologist. Is her and an anthropologist.
Yeah. Yeah.
You saw her a lot on PBS.
Mm-hmm.
She was a PBS type person. Is the government still shut down?
I think so.
Okay.
I think
I
so,
was just
which
wondering.
sucks because does that mean PBS goes off air? Wait, the government already defunded PBS, right?
Yeah, but all that goes into effect. I'm a little bummed about that, but also the way things are now, there's not really. I don't think there's really a need for PBS
Well, yeah.
with
but,
streaming. It needs to.
Shane-
It needs. You know.
I hear what you're saying. Shane was talking about this Ken Burns Revolutionary War documentary, though. And I really want to watch that. And that's all on PBS. He puts all his stuff out on PBS.
Well, he might have to adjust.
He might have to.
He'll
I'm
make
with
his.
you. I don't necessarily
Imagine-
see the need for PBS if people like Ken Burns can freely publish his stuff on YouTube, which he can.
Well, imagine what he could do if he actually monetized and made money
Ugh.
instead of working for the government.
Yeah, I've always wondered why he doesn't. I mean, I don't think he does.
Well, where else would you have gone to watch a doc? Like when we were, for the last however many years, that's where you go to watch documentaries.
Yeah, PBS. Yeah.
But now Netflix documentaries is one of their biggest things.
Yeah, but aren't all the Netflix docs kind of swayed one way or another? Like, I don't know.
And PBS ain't.
Well, I feel like it's different. Well, Ken Burns specifically, I would say. Ken Burns specifically. PBS as a whole, yes, I'd say they're probably swayed from if they were to make the documentary themselves. But like someone who like Ken Burns, who just makes this documentary, I think he's just trying to tell the fullest story he can, right?
Yeah. He tells it from both. He tells it right down the middle. He calls balls and strikes on both sides.
Yeah, he's not trying to incriminate anybody. He's not trying to put anybody down. He's just trying to tell you what happened.
I enjoyed his country music one. That one was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched American Buffalo yet.
That one's really good. I enjoyed it. I watched it a long time ago when it came out.
Yeah, but
there was where we're at. R.I.P. Jane Goodall.
R.I.P. Jane Goodall. She's died again.
She's died again. Is that a Mandela effect? Because I kind of felt like she was dead too. Is that like one of those Mandela effect things?
I think so. Or we just assumed she's as old as she was.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, man. But there's, y'all know Guy, Flavortown Guy.
Oh, yeah,
Fieri.
Fieri.
It's an Italian last name. I have trouble with Italians.
Yeah, we'll do Fieri.
So let's see. What's her name from Jersey Shore?
Snooki.
Snooki wouldn't have dated him.
Why?
Because he didn't have an O at the end of his name.
Oh, yeah. Was that her thing?
She wanted a guy with an O at the end of his name.
I like how that's the only person on Jersey Shore I could think of. Definitely the only girl. I can think of Pauly D now. But that's it. I got Pauly D and Snooki. That's all I remember from Jersey Shore.
Such an interesting show. You talk about
kind,
like
right?
documentaries. You talk about documentaries about primates.
Yeah. Watch the Jersey Shore, dude.
Yeah.
You'll
find out that,
and where do they used to go to the laundromat all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, the tanning station, the gym, the tanning salon, and then going to do their laundry, dude. That's hilarious. That
Yeah.
was the Jersey Shore.
So anyway, Guy and dadgummit, I can't drive 55. Sammy Hagar.
Van Halen, not Hagar.
I happen to like Sammy Hagar better.
I do too. It was just a line from a movie.
He actually looks alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. He's got a little meat on his bones.
yeah, he looks like a person.
Yeah.
Not a what's the other one's name?
David Lee Roth.
David Lee Roth. He's just weird looking now.
He looks like he's been stuck in a Japanese basement studying samurai moves.
Yes.
For probably 20 years.
He's got a new show going around. He's touring right now, and it's kind of a
solo act
ish.
Okay.
It's I don't know how you describe it.
Yeah.
He's doing music, but I think it's kind of a I don't know.
He's doing music.
So Sammy Hagar and
let's stay on this. Yeah, Guy Fieri and Sammy Hagar.
They have a tequila company.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, they both got tequila companies. Anyway, so the tequila's made in Mexico. Avocados from Mexico.
Stolen tequila from Mexico.
So they're trying to, for some reason, I don't know, this don't make sense. But okay, so the tequila's made in Mexico, where tequila's made.
Yes. Yeah.
Their warehouse is in Pennsylvania.
Right.
So the tequila's got to go from Mexico all the way to Pennsylvania, then out to you.
Right.
The consumer.
Right. Yes.
Which you would think they would just have a warehouse in Texas and distribute it from there. Would make more sense to me.
You'd think so.
But anyway, 24,000 bottles of tequila, 2 18-wheeler loads. Left, yeah. They made it to Mexico, went through customs. They were put in an 18-wheeler, and they didn't make it to Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Yep. Isn't that crazy? Like they just go missing.
So basically what they did was they said they put it on one truck or these two trucks, but those two trucks went that way. But the two trucks that actually had it's like it's like Smokey and the Bandit or something. Or
it's a shell game is what it is.
It's a shell game. Yeah.
It's an absolute shell game.
So the tequila went missing and it's just wild, dude.
They did manage to recover 11,000 bottles, which was then put back on shelves in stores. So technically, if you bought a bottle of that, man, it was at one time in the possession of what they think was an Armenian gang. Behind the whole thing. I don't know. Definitely, probably the Mexican cartel involved. I would have to think at least one of the cartels, take your pick.
We don't hear enough out of the Armenians.
Nah, dude. After the genocide, they have a real low profile.
I mean, I've never thought about Armenian organized crime.
Yeah, it's there. They just keep a real low profile. Until now. They're starting to make themselves known through Guy Fieri's
Do you think before they go and do a heist, they play like Bounce? No,
man, they watch Taken and get all wound up about.
Oh, they watch Taken. Okay,
yeah.
So that's their not what not to do video. That's a safety video in the Armenian organized crime organization.
Yeah. When you get hired into an Armenian gang, they make you. It's like the HR video. They make you watch. Taken.
Yeah. So you spend your first day watching Taken. All 3 Takens.
All 3 of them. If you last through that, you're in.
Yeah, that's your initiation. And then you might even have to watch that one with the same guy in it. That's basically the same movie, but it's not called Taken. It's Snow
The one
Taken.
where he fights the wolves.
Yes, in snow.
The one where it's him against wolves. He's got broken bottles in his hands and he's just stabbing wolves.
Yeah, stabbing wolves.
Dude.
They gotta let you know what he's capable of.
Oh, well, he does have a certain set of skills, you know?
Yes. Don't we all?
Yeah. He has a very particular set of skills.
I have a very particular set of skills. I can. It's not recovering people, but I have a particular set of skills. But yeah, so guys, tequila went missing. You can see if you go to CBS.com, news.com, you can get the whole freaking story.
Yeah, I think it's crazy how logistics companies are allowed to do that kind of thing where it's like they just keep hiring and hiring and hiring. Like why are we having to go through so many different trucking companies just to get to the truck driver? Like if you notice that guy, the liquor company itself hires a logistics company who then hires a trucking company who then hires another trucking company who then hires another trucking company who then hires the drivers. Who are and none of them are working for the same company. Like, what?
And everybody gets a little piece of the pie as it goes down, and that's why the truck driver ain't making no money.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, right? That's kind of why you have to go to work for one of these big logistics companies, like whether it be what is it, Schneider or Yellow or UPS or any of these characters to really make decent money. That's crazy, man. That's crazy the way it works. I don't like that. I don't like that at all because it kind of rules out all these owner operators. That used to be a big deal when we were kids, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Are you an owner operator? Do you need transmission fluid? But yeah, man, that was a wild story.
Crazy.
Somebody on the internet said, "Have you checked Flavortown?"
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny, man. They tracked down one of the drivers and like he thought he legitimately delivered it where he was supposed to. Like he received the shipment orders to take it somewhere and he took it to that facility in like San Bernardino or something like that, California. And like, okay, what the heck?
So check this out. I heard something last night.
Yeah.
All right. Thou shalt not steal.
Yeah.
All right. So you see how I credited somebody on the internet? I didn't see their name, but I didn't use that as my own joke. Yeah. Because if I would have just said, "Hey, have you tried Flavortown?" and put it out there, that little bitty thing's stealing.
That's true.
I never thought about that. Like if you take an idea look how hard it is just to keep that one.
Sure.
Anyway. Enough
Good point. That's why comics get so crazy about it, right?
Yeah.
Stealing premises to jokes and stuff like that.
So anyway, man, I just got a weather notification. There's a fog advisory. Where's that? I don't
know. We've been blowing through the show, though, man. It's been great. It's been great.
Oh, it's Sanford.
What are we going to call this next segment? Do we have a?
Well, we're trying to get you a red dirt education.
Yeah. Okay. Is that what we're going to call it? Red dirt education?
A dirt track education. So I like the red dirt rundown. So
okay.
We covered a little bit of our racing this weekend. In other news, local racing star Ashton Winger. All right. So we had a super late model race at Sanoa.
Mm-hmm.
It paid $10,000 to win.
Okay, so you had quite a few people come out.
Ashton won the last super late model race last month at Sanoa. The car stays at Clint's, which is a mile from the track. Mm-hmm. Ashton gets in the truck and drives to Fairbury, Illinois. I think it's Illinois. Where's Fairbury at? So he drives about 10 hours away to go race a super late model race that pays $12,000 to win.
Good. No.
So you got $10,000 to win here, $12,000 to win there, and we're all like, why in the world is Ashton going up there to race?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's because he went up there and won. He went up there and put on a show and won the race up there at Fairbury.
Wow.
So he's like,
he had that feeling, huh?
He had that feeling, and he goes, man. He said in his interview, Clint was giving me a hard time for going up there.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, why are you an idiot? You going up there? You got to race a mile from that shop. But he went up there. He beat their regulars on a tough little racetrack. It's a tough little racetrack. But, so Ashton got the win.
Shout out.
But we've been going through World of Outlaws glossary.
Oh, yeah.
Of dirt track racing terminology.
Yep.
That you might not know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now because we're going to do the B's this week, which, we'll start with theirs, and then there's another one I added to the notes that you had mentioned earlier that I wanted to ask you about. So you can go ahead with it. I've got it pulled up now.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send you that video so you can. This ain't the reaction video. This is just something you can put up.
Okay.
To show our listeners the little part that we will be talking about because you had questions.
Okay.
And I've got answers. Mm-hmm. So, this is the worldofoutlaws.com glossary. Bottom feeder, also known as catfisher. We call it catfishing.
Okay.
So in dirt racing, one of the things that makes it interesting is there's normally every racetrack you go to has got multiple grooves that you can race in. Some people like Ashton Winger run the top. That's why he airs it out on top. He'll put it around the top and just let it eat. Those guys are real good.
Technically makes your track longer, but it also gives you some more opportunity to get more
more speed.
Yeah, you carry
keep
more
the
speed.
Momentum up.
Yeah.
Now you can run that, or you can run the bottom and run the shorter way around. Now the thing you're doing when you're running the top and running the bottom is you're looking for grip. So you want to get some tires and some moisture. You're looking for that moisture.
Okay.
So when you're catfishing is what we usually call it, or bottom feeding, you're running the bottom. Jimmy Owens is really well known for catfishing, running the bottom and just dominating people.
Really? So there are guys who do this quite successfully.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now, when it's a good night and your car's right and you're right and your rhythm's right, you might be doing both. I've seen races at Sonoa where a car has been really fast running the bottom in 3 and 4. I think it was 3 and 4. They were running the bottom. No, it was 1 and 2. They were running the bottom because the way it flows. So you can be real fast running the bottom in the 1 and 2 at Sonoa, and then just airing it out on top on 3 and 4 and just going.
That's pretty cool. I see what you're saying. I didn't realize that people could do it and be successful at it, though. I didn't realize it could win you races doing it that way. I thought, I thought maybe that was for like the more inexperienced driver or something like that.
So it's kind of a joke that you run the top for the pit lizards.
I see, because that's the speed. Chicks dig the long ball type of thing.
It looks good. It's like throwing, 3-pointers.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly.
But or slam dunks, it's putting on a show. But you get down there on bottom, and you can just cover that line, make it. So what you're doing is you're bottom feeding through the corner. All right. Now you done run through the corner. I'm running the bottom, you're running the top.
Yeah.
So I'm having to go in, slow down the car. You're keeping your throttle up. Ideally, if we went in the corner together, we come out of the corner together.
Ideally, right.
ideally, if the cars are now that I say ideally, that's more common. Now, if I feel like I'm working the bottom better, we go in together, you hit the top, and I roll it out and I keep it smooth through the bottom. Now it takes talent to run both ways, because when you're running the bottom, you don't want to pinch it off and kill what momentum you've taken down there.
Yeah.
But at the top, you don't want to jump either jump the cushion, or B, get so far in the wall that you scrub the wall and tear, kill your momentum that way. So it's a chess match. It's like boxing. Yeah. Now, say I go run it in and you're running high and I'm running low, and I go run it in just way too fast. I'm going to do what's called throw a slider. So think of it like an uppercut in boxing. So I'm going to throw the slider. So you're going to be up there running the top. I'm going to run the bottom. I'm going to go run in there, and then my momentum, instead of pinching the corner off, I'm going to slide up.
Yes.
Into your line, make you check up, and then I'll take the spot.
Oh, so it's kind of strategic to do that for your momentum to carry you out of that bottom lane coming out of the turn. It can be strategic. I see.
Sometimes you're just running the bottom, but usually right at the flag stand, you're both at the top.
Right.
So
interesting, man. That's really fascinating. There's a lot more to it than I ever thought then.
Your ability to figure out which line is going to take off and which line's working is a big deal too. So like Friday night when Ashton was running Fairbury, I think he finished 4th, but he was set up focusing on running the top. Well, the bottom come in and everybody went to the bottom, and he was still running the top, and that cost him. But Saturday night, the top come in, and the top was fast and the bottom wasn't as fast. So everybody had,
right.
And it could be different depending on how much moisture got put on the track, how many cars are there to pull moisture back out of the track.
Right.
There's a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And then the part of the car that you wanted to talk about is called the bird cage.
Yes, that's also in the B section, the bird cage.
The bird cage. So the bird cage is mounted to the rear end, and you've got a little video there of how it works. So
yeah, I'm gonna pull this up.
On our hobby car, we can't run bird cages. So our clamp on our rear end is mounted solid to the axle.
Okay.
Like say if it was clamped on a truck with U-bolts.
Yeah.
Similar to that, even though we are running a tubular trailer arm and coilovers. But so the bird cage lets that car, if you've ever seen a dirt car, you see them articulate going down the straightaway. Well, what it's doing is that bird cage is kind of like on ball bearings. And as the suspension moves through the four link pulls it shortens up one side, shortens up the left side, kind of lets the right side lengthen, and puts some rear steer in the car. So that's kind of think about it like a forklift. The rear is steering the car.
Yeah.
And then the front tires, you're just using that steering to keep it straight. Now with the bird cage, you got to keep in mind, so you got the two trailing arms connected to it plus the shocks. On the left side, you've got a front shock and a back shock. The back shock has the spring on it. So you got to keep all this stuff timed up together and the angles right when it's working.
Oh my gosh. This seems so complex.
It is.
This seems insanely complex.
And
now I want to ask you this. What would be the difference? You said you guys can't run bird cages, right?
Right.
So take your car without the bird cage, put a bird cage in it. What would be your time difference? Is that even like a legit question to ask? Like, how much faster would your car be? Like, what kind of improvement? I mean, maybe that's not even a concept to
we could probably pick up a consistent second every week if we could run that
lap.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a big difference in racing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're not talking tenths. We're talking whole seconds.
Whoa. So all this complexity pays off.
Yeah,
That's the payoff.
that's the payoff.
A second.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Continue on in the explanation. I'm sorry. Where were you?
That's
Can I pull up the video? You just want me to pull up the video now and watch
just show that video of how that's he's talking in this video. He's talking about your birdcage timing, but you can see how it works in that video. You can see how it's moving, and you got one of those on each side of the rear end.
All right, I'm gonna pull this up and watch it real quick.
And that video is from Ren Goodman. He's got Black Magic suspension over in Alabama, and he also hosts the Mark Bush racing school every January. So,
okay, I saw how it kind of twisted as it flexes and twists. That's interesting how that works. That's very, very interesting how that works. And so you'd have one of those setups on each side of the car.
Yeah.
Wow, very complex. The bird cage. Man, I'm learning so much already, I feel like.
Bird cage.
Holy smokes. Wow. All right.
So
interesting. Well, that was the Red Dirt Rundown for this week. John's little educational segment trying to pick up in the world of dirt track racing.
Yeah. No.
Now, do you have a reaction video for me?
I do have a reaction video.
Oh, sweet.
This is pretty funny.
All right. Pulling it up here. Oh.
Please don't do this on my face.
Take a little titanium white, just a touch, and let it dance right up here into the sky, real soft.
That's great. That's great. I love Bob Ross, man.
Dude, anything. It's so funny how Bob Ross has made it into the American lexicon of just comedy.
He's there in the zeitgeist. You know what I mean?
The zeitgeist. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's always there. It is fascinating. I love that. I love that reaction video. Thank you. That brought a chuckle to me. Now, do you have a meme for me?
I do have a meme, man. We're on it today.
All right.
I've been saving this one.
Welcome to the buffet. We got wings and rolls.
So it's a fat Axl Rose.
It's a fat Axl Rose, dude. That is as fat an Axl Rose as I've ever seen, right?
You know, it's weird because he used to be really skinny. Isn't it weird how when these rock and rollers, when they get sober, they just put on a freaking 100 pounds?
Yeah, it's kind of nuts, right?
Yeah,
it's kind of nuts.
Like I never understood. You see them back in their heyday, like a lot of rock and rollers, and most of them are pretty toned and jacked.
Yeah,
you know, especially lead singers.
Yeah, typically.
Now, how did they get time to do that? Partying and drinking and living on the road. I've never understood that. Okay.
Now, from my limited, tiny, itty bitty perspective of playing shows, right? I will say between practice and playing shows, like that is so demanding physically. Like putting on a performance in general, like especially when you're talking about like an hour to 2 hours, that is exhausting. And I mean, that alone is really good active working time. You know what I'm saying? Like but now there's like Mick Jagger carries a gym with him on the road. Like he's, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know if anybody else is doing that kind of thing.
Well, he's not partying.
Right. He's not partying anymore.
I think
so. He's carrying the gym with him. I think Bert does too. Yeah, but
Dude, Bert's getting fat.
Bert does that though. He gets fat, he gets jacked. He gets fat, he gets jacked. Like never really fully gets jacked, but he gets close enough where he's like, "Oh yeah, I could do this. I don't need to anymore. I could do it, so I don't need to anymore."
But the way he drops and loses and picks it back up, that's got to be rough on the body.
I would think so.
It's been a good show, John.
Yeah, man. Been a great show, man. Thank you. Episode 217 in the books, brother.
We may or may not be making a trip to Jacksonville tonight. So
yeah, good luck. Good luck. If you make
I'll
the
let you
trip,
know.
yeah,
I'll
we'll
let
be praying for
you'll
it.
be the first to know.
The right car. We want the right car to come to you guys. That's what we want.
Yeah, we're trying to avoid a scam.
Yeah.
And we just want to know when it's the right car because we've Charlie met his goal.
Mm-hmm.
Of fundraising.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone who contributed again.
Yeah. And we're just trying to figure it out, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. I really hope it works out for you. Again, we'll be praying for it. Chucker, let the people know what time it is.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.